Hi everyone, I'm one of the 5 youth ministers of Mighty Wind. Today I'm going to look at abortion. And you can also go to AMIGHTYWIND.com, go read on the subject of abortions there, why it is wrong and what they do to these babies. They try to give these babies other names. They call them like a fetus and all this other stuff, so that it does not sound like a person. It does not sound like a human being. It sounds like something not yet a human. And that's what I try to make the people think, so that the people will readily abort this, what they call fetus. I think the word fetus means little child in English. Let's see what the Torah, the Heavenly Father, thinks on this. What's his view on abortion? Exodus 21 verse 22 to 23. And when men strive, and they shall smite the pregnant woman, and the children come out, yet there is no injury, he shall surely be punished accordingly, as the woman's husband shall lay upon him, and he shall give through the judges. But if there is injury, then you shall give life for life. Clearly, you see here that Yahuwah's view on this is life for life. He does not see that as it's not yet a human. No, it's too small to be a human. If that child is conceived, if that woman is pregnant, doesn't matter how old that baby is in her womb. If that baby dies because of, like in this case, a fight, and they injure the pregnant woman, then that grown-up's life is equal to that fetus life. So it's wrong to abort babies, because that's murder. In Yahuwah's eyes, that's murder. So he hates it. Don't do it. This is what the Heavenly Father's instructions says to us. Don't do it. And these people of the pro-choice, they forget that, what about that fetus's choice? If that fetus would have a choice, that fetus wouldn't want to die. And also they used the argument when they started rallying to get this through the courts, to get it legalized, abortion. They used the excuse of, oh, but what about rape victims? That's why we must legalize abortion, rape victims, and that's what I shouted. But look at the statistics. Not even 2% of abortions is because of rape. Not even 2%. 98% of abortions is because, oh, we don't want the baby. 2% and less is because of rape. So that's not a very good excuse to legalize abortion. But you see, Satan will use any means possible to do contrary to the law, to what the Heavenly Father instructs. The Heavenly Father instructs us not to kill a fetus, but Satan will always do the opposite and use lies to get it legalized. So let's look at the next subject, passing through the fire, your children. That's also a form of abortion, although these are babies that has been born but then killed. Leviticus 18 verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of Yahuwah. I am the name of thy Elohim. I am Yahuwah. Deuteronomy 18 verse 10, I've read earlier. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. 2 Kings 16 verse 3, but he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, yea, and made his son to pass through the fire, according to the abominations of the heathen, whom Yahuwah cast out from before the children of Israel. 2 Kings 17:17, and they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divination, enchantments, and sold themselves to the evil in the sight of Yahuwah to provoke him to anger. We see this provokes Yahuwah to anger when people do abortions, when people let their children pass through the fire. and I will explain this in today's terms, this pass through the fire. And they built the high places of Baal, which are the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Yahudah to sin. That they have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands, and with their idols have they committed adultery, and have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me, to pass for them through the fire, to devour them. So devour them. That fire kills them. It burns them alive. Now, if you want to know what Molech is I think Syrian deity, but he represented the deity of prosperity. So what the people would do is they would bring their born little children, born babies and so on, and they will have a list of things that they want for the next year, and there would be guys with huge drums, and then this statue, iron statue of Molech, with his Phrygian cap on his head, would be stoked red hot, and they will place this child in his lap to burn alive, and to stifle out the cries of this baby. These guys will hit these huge drums, so the people won't hear the babies screaming. That's actually hideous, isn't it? Well, people practice it today still. They do it through abortion, and another way they do it is by Christmas. Celebrating Christmas, you're doing the same thing. Except now, people are placed in Molech's lap, which is Santa Claus, with his red suit on, like that red furnace of Molech, of his lap, with his Phrygian cap on his head. Santa Claus also wears a Phrygian cap like Molech. He also represents the deity of prosperity, because he supposedly brings you gifts. And instead of this child being burnt alive in his lap now, this child sit in his laps and tell him what they want for the next year or for Christmas. The same thing. And Yahuwah hates this. Yahuwah hates their feasts. He hates what these heathen do. And why do you want to connect his name to this feast? He tells you in Deuteronomy 12, verse 30 to 32, not to do it. He tells you not to connect his name to the feasts of the heathen, but still you go do it. That feast has nothing to do with Jesus. It has nothing to do with his birth. He wasn't born in December 25th. And anyway, he did not ask you to celebrate his birth, so why do you do it? He was born in September, more close to the feast of Booths, biblical feast. Tammuz, the sun god, was born on December 25th. And that's what Christmas is in honor of. Tammuz, not Jesus. So people today still do the same thing. They celebrate Christmas, reminding them of Molech, how the babies were burned alive in Molech's lap. But they change it a bit by not killing their babies or children by placing it in Santa Claus's lap, but getting abortions, which is the same thing. Killing your children. You're killing your child through abortion because in most cases it's not advantageous for your finances to have a child. You rather have it aborted because you will not make that much money. You will not. You might feel it will take too much effort to bring that child up and so forth. So in a lot of cases it's also for the same reason, for prosperity reasons, that people abort their children. So we see here that it is wrong to abort your child or to even celebrate Christmas. So this is what I wanted to say concerning abortion and a bit about Christmas and Molech. Enjoy your day.